Hey Woody, how you doing?
I'm good, Nick. Good to see you again. Off camera, we were just talking about our very first meeting, which was probably, God knows how many, 20 years ago.
I think that was at a UK show when you used to be with Mackie.
Yeah, long time ago, yeah.
The
scary long time ago. But we're still here. We survived the industry for another year.
So, what's happening with Waveform, formerly Tracktion?
Yep, formerly Tracktion, Waveform. We, obviously, as you know, we do our annual release, Waveform 11 this year. Ton of new UX and UI updates to it. We have a multi-screen management system which allows you to easily add as many screens as you want, do cool stuff like dedicate plugins to a single screen, so every time you open a plugin it'll arrive on one of the screens. You can save layouts of the screens and recall them at touch of a button. The other cool thing is integrating touch panels. Mac only allows you to use iPads as touch panels. On Windows you can buy screens like this G-Story, which was affordable touch panel, and run touch on those. And then you can, one of the features we've added is these customizable action panel that is nice and big, you know, so your fingers can hit them, and these can be configured to open and close areas of the, here we go, I'll do something that does. So open and close plugin area. They're essentially sort of macro buttons, so you can create as many of them as you like, and then at the touch of a button you can do stuff on the app.
So it's repeatable workflow stuff.
Exactly, yeah. So last year we added the customizable actions panel, which allows you to sort of fully hide and show all of your favorite actions for your particular workflow, and then this sort of builds on that by integrating touch panels and second monitors and stuff. So that's really cool. We've added some useful tools for arrangement and mixing. So there's a new arranger track that allows you to sort of grab clips. Let me see where our arranger track sign is. Where's my mouse? There it is. So this is the arranger track here, and it allows you to sort of quickly select regions of the edit, replace them, move them, all with sort of magnetic timelines. So it's a bit like a video editor in that way, in that rather than trying to sort of lasso a bunch of clips and, you know, trying to sort of edit that way.
So it's like sort of markers and sections.
Exactly, markers, sections, and then it just glues everything back together. So it makes that sort of arranging a complex session super easy.
So where are you finding that the people are using this DAW most? Is it in post? Is it in creativity?
We design it specifically for musicians, and that's, I mean, it's a real clear distinction between us and other stuff. Like, we deliberately don't add surround sound to it. You know, we are laser focused on music production. You know, so a lot of the other cool tools and what makes Waveform fun is all our Midi tools, you know, Midi composition tools. So this year, last couple of years, we did the pattern generator that proved to be really popular, which allows you to kind of go in and automatically generate complex Midi patterns, and all the clips are all in sync. So you can add a bass clip, a chord progression, a melody, and it's all synchronized. And this year we've added improvements to the master chord track, so we now have audio following the master chord track. So you've got MIDI and audio following the master chord track, and we keep building on that. So this year we've added a Chord Companion App. In fact, I think we've got an edit with these things open somewhere. Let's have a look. Midi Tools. Yeah, here it is down here. It opens on our plugin screen. So the Chord Companion quickly allows you to essentially choose your chord, presents all of the notes within the chord. You can audition them here. You can drag them onto the pads and then assign the pads to a pad controller such as this one over here, and then start playing the chords. So that's really where our focus is music production, making music writing fun, easy, creative, and not cluttering the DAW with all of these other things. Like, we're not on, you know, any sound stages in Luke, we're not going after that. We're not going after the professional engineer that his task is mixing records. That's not our target customer. You know, we have some really cool mixing tools for a musician. Like last year we added Groove Doctor, which is essentially the same sort of workflow as Pro Tools Beat Detective.
Right, okay.
But takes that workflow and makes it even easier.
So with that in mind, I mean, how easy is it to get your creations out? You know, do you stem it up or that sort of thing if you're going to take it on to mix it? I mean, rendering's
super easy. I mean, you know, rendering's built throughout the app, so you can stem it out. In terms of kind of exporting, that's all as easy as you would expect
Right.
an export to be.
And you're at version 11. I mean, that's
We're at version
pretty
11 now.
advanced now.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly, and we
it's
do
got
it.
some-
We do it every year. So I mean, we know that we're a small DAW in a world where it's dominated by Pro Tools and Logic and Steinberg and Ableton. There are big players who are up there. We're a niche, independent, creative bunch. We're not part of a big organization. We get to do things differently. We're more playful with the app. Like I say, we're focused on creativity.
And it's multi-platform, right?
Yep, Mac, OS X, Windows, and Linux.
Did I
And
see
we
this-
support
did
the
we-
Raspberry Pi.
Did I see this running on a Raspberry Pi?
Yeah, absolutely.
I did,
Yeah,
I
so
thought
we always do a version for the Pi. Behind the scenes, we have a developer platform called Tracktion Engine, which we license to other companies or anyone. There's an open source. It's open source. So if you're a small developer, you can use the engine to code apps and stuff. Anyway, that's part of why we did the Pi, was to demonstrate what the DAW engine can do on a affordable chip like a Pi. And you can run the whole DAW and,
Well, I can imagine with the Pi 4, you can probably get quite decent track counts out of it now.
absolutely. And we have users who are, producing music quite effectively all on Pi.
So what's the cost of the DAW then? What's the pricing structure?
So it starts off with Waveform Free, which is a fully featured, utterly unrestricted DAW. And previous to this year, our way of managing that was we would make the version from 2 years ago free, and then the version from a year ago would be the one that we share with our OEM partners, and then we'd always have our latest version, which is the one that we sell. This year, we've done it differently in that Waveform 11, the code base, is underneath all of those. So Waveform Free is Waveform 11. The benefit of that is our programmers have been adding things like plug-in sandboxing and a lot of under-the-hood stability-based stuff, which we want even our free users to benefit from. So Waveform Free is, like I say, utterly free. You can load plugins in. There are none of the normal restrictions. Like, it's not a live light. It's not a Pro Tools First or Artist or whatever. It's probably enough of a DAW for most people.
Right. Okay.
And you might say, well, why are you giving away that for free? And there's a couple of reasons. One, Logic selling for $200 brings the price point down of DAWs to a point that realistically a DAW doesn't make any money. We actually, as a company, make more money licensing to other brands and selling plugins. We have a devoted user base who always want the cool new features that we put into our Pro version.
Sure.
And they're a small sort of section of the base. And then we have lots of people who like the free stuff, but they then buy our plugins and other stuff. So,
It's a freemium model, I guess.
it's a freemium model, exactly, which is very commonplace these days, right?
Yeah.
So we have Waveform Free, which is incredibly powerful, will suit loads of people. The cool thing we've done with it is pick some common templates. So it's like if someone's looking for a free DAW, they'll typically be looking for it for a reason. Am I going to do a podcast? Do I just want to record my band? So we've created in the free version templates for all of those common use cases, which has content populated in the sessions. So we're trying to sort of lead people into what is a complex environment and ease them into it, give them a training video that shows them how to do it, and then the goal is like they're successful within 30 minutes. I mean, that's really our goal. It's like if you wanted to get a free DAW to do a podcast, get your podcast done and enjoy it and do more. And as you evolve and grow, then you'll hopefully fall in love with all of our new features and and go that way. So that's free. We have an OEM version, like I say, we share with our OEM partners, and then the Pro version, which has all of the latest, greatest, this year's, big all-singing features.
And where can people get hold of it then?
On the website, www.tracktion.com, and then select dealers and distributors worldwide. We have a distributor in Japan, media integration in Japan. Toman has just approached us, want to sell all the stuff direct as well in Germany. So it's a growing sort of, localized, but also direct from us.
Woody, thank you very much.
Yeah, no, actually, before you go.
Oh, right, okay.
Not here at the show, but worth mentioning is Wolfram, our esteemed synth nerd, who you're very familiar with, is producing a new synth called FM, which we have some details over here. As we all know, Wolfram goes super deep dive. In fact, take a shot of that. So you got the features, and then there is on the back side a more detailed description of it.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to want to.
That's too much. That's too much.
Woody, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for coming around.